All right, today we're going to get into compound inequalities. All right, so before we get into it, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that bell because apparently that's how you get famous on YouTube. Because teaching is not what it is financially. So go ahead and help me out. Looking for sponsors. Okay, so the kids in the classroom think I'm crazy. Well, actually, they probably know. So a compound inequality consists of two distinct inequalities joined by the word and or the word or. Okay. Now, I love it. I have this definition. It makes sense as we're doing it. And then all of a sudden you look at number 1 and 2, and there's not any words there. Okay. And you're like, what does this mean? All right. These two problems and the ones that we have, I like to call this as and sandwich. Okay. It's an and sandwich. Okay. Our problem is actually in the middle. Just bear with me. I know some of y'all are like really confused. All right. When you name a sandwich, like if you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that's what's on the inside, right? Turkey and cheese, pastrami and provolone. You name it by what's in the middle, okay? Or there's a cucumber sandwich that I heard it's really. I don't know. I don't eat cucumber. Unless it's in sushi. Now, so our stuff is in the middle. All right. So this is an and sandwich. So like we've done before, we're going to identify our variable right here on number 1. Okay. There it is. It's an M. Now, what's being done to M? Yeah, it's being subtracted by 4. So what's the opposite of subtract? All right, add. Now, before we do that, I do want to show y'all this. Hang on, let me get this. All right. This looks like, if I just cover up the right side, that looks like one problem, right? Okay. And vice versa. If I cover up this side, it also looks like one problem. That's why I said there are basically two problems in this one thing, and it seems weird. I'm going to put my little dark cloud right here. All right. Yes.
Okay, so I know you're going to explain, but like, was that, how this came, like, you see how you got the negative 3 and the negative 1, why can't you just, why the other side? And make it 1 wrong.
Well, that would make sense to make it one problem. But remember, there were evil people that created mathematics hundreds of years ago to torture teenagers. Okay. So I kind of want to do it like this. Okay. I made 2 lines with my highlighter. And y'all said that 4 is being subtracted from M. So what's the opposite of minus 4? Add 4. So we need to add 4 right here. Now, guess where else we get to add 4? Yeah, on the bookends, on the pieces of the bread, right? So we add 4 here, and we add 4 here. Now, granted, yes, this seems weird. It's strange. It's foreign. People who created this spoke many different languages. Okay. Now, I'm left with just M right here, and this inequality sign, and this inequality sign. Now, what is 4 minus 3? What is 4 minus 1? That's it.
I know. See, I know it was just easy.
Yeah. And see what's funny, they've been advertising the ASVAB on the announcements and stuff. I actually have a former student. They're needing to get their score up a little higher on the ASVAB. And they came in during my planning yesterday, and we were looking at stuff. and it's just been a while since they had math, and they're like, oh, it's the problem that they want you to do is actually easy. It's the wording that throws you off. And I was like, ha ha. So they were really trying to make the main thing the main thing. I know, that's amazing. We had to graph it, and it's honestly, it's even easier than what we've done before. You ready? Y'all better put on your helmets. I'm about to blow your mind. Now, all right. So this is one, this is two, this is three. Okay, I have three numbers. These two are the main ones. All right. Over here with the one, what type of circle does this have? Closed. What about with the three? Open. Now, think about it. These are the bookends. These are the pieces of bread or toast or whatever you do, pita pocket. Where are all the answers? In the middle. So watch this. That's it. Some people are like, wait, that seemed a lot easier than what it's supposed to be. Okay, yeah, but see, it definitely was easier than yesterday. Okay, but we are just going through our process like we have before. We're applying what we've done before to something new. Okay, and that's kind of where we're at. So let's do number two the same way that we did number one. It's a little bit different. Uh, Technically, these still are multi-step inequalities because we are doing more than one thing at once. But I tried to since yesterday was rough. I mean, we had a good lesson, I thought, uh, but there was so much going on you could get easily lost. Yeah, it's okay. I don't. There's multiple days that I don't understand what's going on, and I'm supposed to be the teacher. So, all right. Some of y'all are like, wow, that makes me feel better. All right. So, what's being done to y? It's being multiplied by 3. So, what is the opposite of multiply? Divide. So, we got to divide everything. Everything. Okay. I know my y goes here. All right. Now, 2 divided by 3 is going to be one of those really weird repeating decimals like 0.6 repeating. Or you can just leave it like this. Ready? 2/3. 2/3. You're done. Easy peasy. Okay. Now, what is 18 divided by 3? Okay, yep, and lock the door, please. All right. So, we're done. Okay. We're done. Now, what would this look like graphically? Well, I can put 2/3 over here. I can put 6 over here. Now, what's a number that's in between 2/3 and 6? Yeah, we could put 1. We could just put 1 right here if we wanted to. It doesn't matter. Wherever we put it, that's where it is. We're making the graph. All right. What type of circle are going to be at both numbers? Open. And what do you do in the middle? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, if you use decimal, it's fine. I just don't like using decimals when they're. I know that when the denominator is 3, 6, 9, or 11, it's going to be repeating, and I'll have. I usually have students that do this. This is 0.666666667, and they will write all that. Yeah, if you put a line, listen, I know what you mean, and if I have a question, I'll ask. Okay, especially after I'm grading your test, I'll skip that section and I'll say, I need to ask you about this question right here. Okay. All right. So far, so good with number one, number two. Okay. It could be worse. Y'all want it to be worse? I got some nasty problems ready to go. I got it from the evilmathteacher.com website. Okay. All right. We're going to approach number three like we have been doing. Okay. All right. So, what's being done to M? Add 7. So, what's the opposite? From lottie dottie, everybody. All right. I know I'm going to have an M in the middle. This is 3. And if I needed to use my calculator, I could do it. This is actually -5. And we're done. Okay. Believe it or not, I don't have to make the problems difficult to make sure that you understand the process of it. I mean, I could put, I did, I looked back through some old material and apparently I was an angry person at one of my classes and I put like a really difficult, like it had a variable on every spot on the right, the left, and the middle. Apparently, I just hated everybody that year. And I was like, there is no way I'm doing that again. So I don't know why I did that. It was probably that year that it kind of made me rethink if I wanted to be a teacher or not. All right. What's an easy number I can put in the middle? 0 or 1, it doesn't matter. It's y'all's graph. I'm going to put 0 because I think it's fun. All right. Now, what type of circles? Open on both sides. And huh? Oh, it is closed on 3. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for double checking. I was just getting excited to do my Batman sound. I mean, remember, hit that subscribe button. More craziness to come. All right. Now, good thing we have on mask because number 4, something doesn't smell right about number 4. Okay? Yes, corny joke. Now, what do we notice about number 4 that we hadn't seen yet? Wow, you just told me everything. That's a very good answer. That it's being the variable is being multiplied by a negative, so we're going to have to divide by a negative, which is going to change our inequality signs. I was just going to say, hey, our alligator heads are facing the opposite direction of the other 3. I'm just a simple mind like that, okay? But if you already had went ahead and done your stuff and labeled it, you were already said, ooh, okay? So you would have noticed that something's a little bit different. Yeah, we are going to have to divide by a negative. Which, when we do that, it will change our signs, okay? Just change the direction. Why does it change? I think that is what you missed on Monday. When you multiply or divide by a negative, it changes the direction of the inequality sign. That's like, name a food that you do not like mushrooms, eggplant. All right. So imagine you see something really delicious, and then you're like about to dig in, and somebody says, "Oh, it has mushrooms in it," and you just can't eat it. So that's like the alligator. Okay, the alligator's right here. It's about to eat this thing, and then all of a sudden, nope, they put mushrooms on it. I go the other way. Okay, there's a really long and confusing reason why this is. I just like saying the alligator saw something it didn't like. Okay. Now, all right. So let's see if I can do this one right this time. Nope, nope. Go away. Go away. Go away. -10, -4. I don't know. -7. Perfect. That looked great. All right. Y'all make sure I don't mess up this time. What circle is on -10? Closed. What circle is on -4? Open. And what do you do in the middle? Now, if during the test I hear some of y'all doing that, I may pee myself. So, hang on one second. I've got a phone call. Thank you for calling Mr. Jeffrey's room. I'm currently recording a lesson. How may I help you? Interrupting Cal? Okay. All right, thank you. Bye. Apparently, the people at the front desk have jokes too because I told them that they're interrupting a videoed lesson and they said, moo. They were interrupting Cal. All right. It's always a great day to be a Jet. But maybe not always a great day to be Mr. Jeffries. All right. So, now, here's the bad thing that's about to happen. Okay? We've got you in a happy place. And then we're about to totally take your world and flip it. As Missy Elliott would say, lay that thing down and reverse it. Y'all don't know Missy Elliott? Missy Elliott's awesome. All right. So, now, the dreaded or. Dun, dun, dun. Insert scary music, lightning flashes. Okay. So, and I've got to delete this little blue line right here because it's bothering me. All right. Now, here's the deal, pickles. This is two entirely different problems. I can't do like I did before where I like subtracted or added and divided and multiplied and stuff like that. I have to do the left-hand side first and I have to do the right-hand side first. And some people are like, how is this two totally different problems? It's very small things right here that make these different. But, okay, it's kind of like twins. Y'all ever seen twins? And they're like, we're twins. You're like, no, you're not. You don't look alike. But they are twins, okay? So these are two totally separate things. Now, for those people that love to do one side and then the other, this is right up your alley. Okay, so we're going to start with the left. There's my variable. What's being done to y? Added to 2. So what did I got to do? That's the opposite. So I subtract 2, and I get y is less than -7. Okay, I made this line too big. All right. Now, over here, here's my y. Does happen to look very similar, but we got to treat it totally different. Okay. I'm going to subtract 2 again. Now I have y is greater than what? 3. Okay. Just one at a time. Somebody like, wait a minute, I thought you said it was supposed to be hard. Well, this one can kind of seem confusing as the first one. Okay. I'm pretty sure the first time somebody saw a giraffe, they're like, what happened to that thing's neck? Okay. Oh, I worry about myself. See, this is why I need more subscribers. I can probably get the mental help I need. All right. All right. So I just went ahead and put 0 in between them because, it's always fun to put 0 on math. Some people are like, not in the grade book. All right. So let's do this one first. It's going to be an open circle. What's being eaten? The number or the variable? The number. So this means I go to the left. Or if you do it this way. All right. This one right here. Open or closed? Open. What's being eaten? The variable. So it should go to the right. That's it. Now, it kind of reminds me of the old school Looney Tunes cartoons where they're like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? And they go, he went that way. And they cross their arms, and the person looks kind of confused because they point in two different directions. Listen, this is like two people that just don't get along anymore. They just go opposite directions, okay? Because if they see each other, it's going to end up the cops got to be called. Somebody gets to wear bracelets and get a taxi cab with lights on it, okay? It's just a bad day. So the graphs just go this way. That was kind of very graphic, detailed example. All right. So let's look at this one. All right. So I'm going to do this one right here. I'm looking at the left-hand side. Now, what's being done to x? Divided. Okay. So I'm left with x is less than 4. Okay. Killing it. All right. What about on the right-hand side? What's being done to x? Subtract. So what's the opposite? Add. All right. So those are my inequalities. That's my solution. Now, normally, there are teachers that want you to write an or right here. I'm not going to do that. If you give me now, just don't try to put them together like the and sandwich. These are different, okay? These are like open face sandwiches, which is basically bread with stuff on top of it, okay? Uh, 11 sounds good. Now, so let's do this one. If x is less than 4, what type of circle? Open. And we go to the left. All right. This one, it will be open, going to the right. Yay! Psh, psh, psh. Fireworks. So, is there a lot going on in these problems? Yeah, there is. But how are we approaching it? Slowly. We're like sneaking up on it. Y'all know y'all do that to somebody. How many of y'all love to scare somebody? Okay, yes. And you sneak up on them and go, ah! Okay. I think I scared some people here. And you're kind of like creeping up on them to jump out and scare them. Okay. I knew somebody that they loved to do that when I was married to them. They'd love to jump out, and only thing I could do is like say a bad word because they scared me. They're like, so if somebody breaks in the house, or you're just going to say a bad word to them, I said, next time you jump out and I punch you in the face, I think you'll stop. It did not happen after that. So, so we've done 2 of these. This is awesome. These look harder. Now, a funny thing I have noticed with students, they love to equate multiple steps to difficulty. Okay. And believe it or not, that doesn't work that way. Anybody have a hobby like used to the hobbies used to be like putting together model cars or Lego stuff or working on vehicles and things like that. All right. So I had a 3,000 piece model of the Millennium Falcon. Okay. It took me a month and a half to put that together. All right. Because I have big fat fingers and there was little bitty pieces. Okay. It was really hard. So somebody said, wow, that looked difficult. I said, no, it wasn't. It was time consuming. It wasn't really hard to do. I just had to take my time. Okay. Now, imagine if I was to imagine if I was, being on TV or something and I wanted to take my time to look nice. Is it really hard to, well, it's probably really hard to make me look nice, but I want to take my time and get dressed, make sure my shoes are shined, all that kind of stuff. All right. So, that being said, let's look at the left hand side. I've actually got two different things happening to this. It's being multiplied and subtracted. Okay. Let's get rid of this minus 3 first. So, what's the opposite of minus 3? Add 3. All right. Now, what do we do? Divide by 2. See, we sneak up on it. We're going to scare this problem. This problem thinks it's going to be scary. Okay. We're going to be as sneaky as Poe was in Kung Fu Panda 2 when he's going through to save Master Croc and Buffalo, Bison, or whatever he was. All right. So that's the left-hand side. All right. Let's look at the right-hand side. Kind of the same thing. It's being multiplied, had something subtract. So we kind of, look, they're very similar, but totally different. Okay. So now we can do this. We can add 4 because it's being subtracted. Okay. So now we've added 4. Now we get to deal with that 5. What are we going to do with that 5? Divide. Awesome. Ta-da! We've solved it. Now, did we go in there like really fast? Like, no, we didn't put our arms back and run like Naruto. We snuck up on it. Okay. My cat cracks me up. Okay. It's an outside cat. It does not know what to do when it's inside the house. And it will get in the bushes and like try to sneak up on me and like jump out and like try to bat me with its little paws when I try to come in sometime. And I see it happening. So what I do is when it's sneaking up and it runs up to me, I go, ah, and it scares the cat. So, that has nothing to do with math other than, sneak up on it like a cat. But you know how funny it is? You had a cat like that? Oh, goodness.
But it was, mine would hide behind the couch.
Oh, yeah.
As I come and go from school.
They just sneaking. Yeah.
And the thing about it, I see out the corner of my eye, I be like, what is it? Mine would attack me. It'd be so funny.
All right. So, again, we just got to sneak up on it. Now, I'm not a super huge cat fan. Cats are kind of super intelligent and picky. That's why I like dogs. Now, dogs are intelligent, but they're like, okay, I love you. Okay. All right. So, We started our sneak up approach on number 4. The first sneak up step was I made me a big line to make sure I don't cross over into the wrong spot. Okay. Now, notice this is a lot different. This is solid. This is not like my highlighted lines I've done before. Okay. I have had some students, they'll draw a line and they put do not cross. Like they'll actually like draw a sign like no entrance so they actually know to not cross these over. All right. Now, there's my variable. It's been multiplied, had something added to it. Let's get rid of that 7 first because that seems like it would be a little bit easy to deal with. All right. So we're going to subtract 7. Okay. What's about to happen right here? Yeah, the sign's going to flip. That alligator is about to go to that 3, and then all of a sudden it gets something on it that it doesn't like, and it's going to turn its head. All right. So we get y, we get 3 halves right here, or you could put 1.5. Either one is fine. But we have to flip this right here. All right. So that's kind of one of the big things with doing that big bar. Some people do double bars or something. I don't know. Everybody's different. How you do it, how you need to do it. Okay. So we've snuck up on the left hand side. Now let's start sneaking up on the right hand side. All right. So it's being multiplied and added. So this is kind of similar right here. It's being added just a different number. So we have to subtract 3. All right. Then we're going to have to divide by 4. Okay. So now we have y is less than or equal to negative 2. Huh? Did we divide by a negative? No. Oh, when we graph it. Yes. Okay. Uh, remember, I can barely hear, and mask, though, it is hard. One of these days, I'm going to get some super hearing aids. Again, looking for sponsors. And yeah, you're right. So what's funny is this purple, what's over here in purple, it's actually going to be graphed on this side. It's going to have an open circle and go this way. And then what's over here is going to have a closed circle and go that way. All right. And again, that helps on our sneak up approach. Okay. We sneak up on it, we look at it, and they're like, I have some students when they solve the left hand side, they'll go ahead and graph it. And that's totally okay. And then they'll solve the right hand side and then they'll graph that. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of practice. Y'all at home, come back. Don't forget that subscribe button and alert, all that kind of stuff. Hit the bell, whatever. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.